And we're live earlier than we said. It's 2:54 p.m. Oh, man. Okay, dude. I need to turn
You
this
gotta
off.
put that on mute now. Yeah.
Get out of here. Just, how do I do this? There we go. Work. I'm working. Do not disturb until this evening. Oh, my God. How many people? Why do they got a text? It says it. Okay. All right. On the live, I'm gonna rant for a second. If you are an athlete and you are watching this right now, I'm gonna rip into you. Harley, myself, and Heather, we said we're gonna go live. We put in Coach RX. We gave you a thing in Slack to sit back, digest all 4 workouts, make no opinions, be neutral about them. We're getting the text, okay? You're not being neutral about them. I already got 2.
It's not even 3 o'clock yet.
This is your warning. If you're watching this, coming into a neutral mindset is very powerful and helpful in your opportunity to give your best efforts. Correct, Harley?
That is correct.
All right. Please do that. That's all. All right. Here we go. Ready? We have not. I have not. Heather's looked at them. Harley has not looked at them.
I've glanced at them. I have not processed.
Oh, he's looked at them. Okay. All right. Here we go. I have not. We're scrolling down. Workout 1 of the individual and age group qualifiers for quarterfinals. Oh, NA. I got to refresh.
That's what I told you.
No, still NA. No, I'm behind the 8 ball. There's rowing. As you guys see it? You guys can see it on your end?
On the app, workout 1 was not announced, but 2 through 4 was.
It's on there now. It's on there now.
I want to go in
order.
Wait.
Oh, they might have taken it back because I just saw it.
Ooh, taking it back. CrossFit was
okay, why don't you just start with 2 then? I don't know why 1 is
No. We gotta go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, fine.
Yes, comment in the chat. We're going in order. We're having self-control out here.
Multiple people texted me workout 1 because I just scrolled through workout 2 through 4 and it's not the one they texted me. So
interesting, sneaky.
Maybe for whatever reason, the accessibility via the website and or app is not showing 1.
All right, we'll just hang out. We got time. What do you guys want to talk about? Someone put something in the chat. We're gonna hang out. I'm gonna keep my anxiety level to level 1 right now.
I'm gonna go pull the steak out of the oven because I don't know if CJ's gonna do that for me.
Okay, do that. All right, thanks. Harley's gonna go pull a steak out of the oven.
Can't be having the house burned down.
Thanks, Christina McCracken. I'm not gonna look at the email. I would like to wait for the website to update. And also, it's not even 3 o'clock. I'm gonna wait. I had too much coffee today. But I'm glad you know them, Christina. I hope that you are settling down. See, we have an email 1 through 4. Hands up emoji. I hope you settle down, look at them, neutral feelings. USA. The workouts are on the app as well, but not on the website. From Marissa. Thank you. Well, I don't know how to pull up the app on our live feed, so we're all going to sit here. You guys already know them, freaking out. I love it. Try not to freak out. Ahoo!
What was that supposed to be?
That's what he said. He said, ahoo! And then a wolf emoji. Let's get some more comments up in here while we wait. I'm going to hit refresh.
Why don't you just go to the app? Because you can't screen share the app.
Can't screen share the app.
Shame.
Let me see if I can check in the emails.
Yeah, they're all there in the app, as Marissa said.
Yeah. CrossFit Games. Nope. Oh, man. Closed it out. We'll give it a second. Heather, you could see it online earlier.
Yeah, and then it came down. When you were telling me to not tell you, it was saying NA for a long time, and then it was up. And
because they, they don't want to. They had the mix up last time, and
well, it looks like when I look at it from the email, it's the same workout that I saw.
They're up. They're up now. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Here we go. All right, individual workout 1. You guys have already seen it. 4 rounds of max repetitions, 1 minute of snatches, 1 minute of rowing for calories, 1 minute of dumbbell box step overs, and 1 minute of rest. A nice little Fight Gone Bad style workout. I like it. Barbell, 85 pounds for the ladies, 20-inch box, and 130. That's not fair.
I knew you were going to say that.
That's the disparity in what was it, 22 in the open? It was an 85 thruster and a 135 thruster.
They better fix that.
I want to know why CrossFit doesn't recognize that women can handle that now, that 95 bar. What's that about?
No jokes. We're not going that road. Sorry.
I mean, that was a rhetorical question, I guess.
All right. Well, that's the general workout for this one. Let's go into the workout description and scorecard. Can you guys see that? Yes, we can. Perfect. Okay. Here we go. We got age groups 14 to 15, 65 pounds for the ladies, 95 pounds for the men. Great. That's amazing. Luca, you're going to get after it. 16 to 54 years of age is the standard weight. And then 55, 59, 75 pounds for the ladies and 115 for the men. 20-inch box for everyone at all age groups. So that's pretty nice there. Cool. All right. Let's look at some of these standards. General standards, same. Nothing to worry about. Must start at 0 for your calories. You cannot count down, which I don't understand why, because Concept 2, when you compete in Concept 2 workouts, they let you count down and they use it as an official marker. It would be easier. All right. Stepping
I
up.
wonder if it's because not everyone knows how to set the rower appropriately and in a uniform manner. So they would have to then explain how to set up the monitor appropriately.
Yeah.
They don't want to have to go through those hoops, but they expect us to jump through all their hoops.
Really important here. Do not push on the legs. This has been a thing for a long time. Do not push on the legs on box jumps, box step overs, any kind. It's always been this way since like 2014. Okay. So when you do that in class, in competition, stop doing it. Just stop. Finish with this straight line here. I really like this. Okay. Good. Cool. This one's a capacity test, similar to Fight Gone Bad. Yes. All right. Workout number 2. Let's see it. Let's see it. 3 rounds, 50 wall balls, and 50 lateral. Keeping the theme, burpee box jump overs. Again, another CrossFit workout. I love this workout. This is, woo.
Yeah.
Karen.
I was going to say, I saw that Marissa would be like, yes.
50.
I'm just saying, like, you guys are saying Karen, like, I got a text saying, like, oh, it all looks fun except for these wall balls. And I'm just thinking, you know, the wall ball isn't even the hard part of that workout. You realize it's 150 burpee box jump overs? Yeah. Like, the wall balls is like a minor speed bump.
And guess what? You're doing all the reps because 20 minutes. Oh, you're doing it.
I mean, you think about a world-class Karen time is 4.5 minutes, right? Like essentially, like just an unbroken Karen time's around 4.5-ish.
Yeah, boy.
Or like faster.
Like my wife.
So like
world class.
You have more than enough time, even if you did a 7-minute Karen, to do 10 burpee box jump overs a minute, right?
Oh,
essentially. Well, you'd have to do 12, but yeah.
Yep. Hey, good thing the pack training has done 10 minutes of burpee box jump overs.
We did.
So we know.
So you have that data point. That's good.
You got data. And you know how bad it hurts.
You just know what your sustainable output is. So like the data to take away from that is you can average out what's your rate of travel sort of in those last few minutes. If you know your total score, of course, you can take the average and then assume your last few minutes were either a little more or a little less if you had a kick or you were fading. But just take that data and then make a plan based on how fast the rate of travel is your sustainable pace.
Yep. Then we got the rules here. You know what? Notable. The ball must be over. Oh, no, it does say center of the ball. Okay, never mind. I thought this, by the picture, I thought they made the new rule that the whole ball has to be over the line, but it's still the center of the ball. Dang it. Sorry, guys. I got excited that there was like, you really got to get the ball over. A 2-foot takeoff must be used in the box jump. A 2-foot landing is not required.
How do you feel about that with a lateral box jump over?
Athletes must step down from the top of the box unless they choose to jump completely over the box. So you must step off of the box. Okay, people, step off of the box.
Yeah.
Or you will get no rep. Let's see. Where is it? Hips and knees, alternatively. Okay. Nice. Can't step up. Can't touch it. Got it. And any tie breaking? No. Good. Any questions? What were you going to say, Harley? Sorry.
Oh, no, nothing. How did you? I think it was something along the lines of like, how do you feel about requiring a lateral burpee and then saying a 2-foot jump? Because I feel like when people move sideways, move laterally, they're more inclined to take 1 foot off the ground before the other, rather than when you're facing.
That is
and
true.
that could be said for over anything, let alone a box.
Yeah. I mean, I'm always on the fence of like, be an athlete, figure it out.
Right. I just mean from a standardization standpoint. I know that
it makes it hard.
we've nitpicked what they choose to scrutinize the most and like where they choose to be nitpicky a lot in our conversations. But then they set themselves up for these moments where it's like the people going the fastest, there's gonna be just gray areas the whole time.
Yep.
Hey,
that was true. That was true for you guys too.
It is. I mean, it's true for all stages.
Yeah.
This is
It's
nothing
good. You
special.
want to go fast, take chances. All right. Workout number 3. Oh, interesting. Why is there? Oh, rope climbs.
I was surprised by this.
I was very surprised too.
All right, 3 rounds, 10 handstand push-ups, 20 toes to bar, 60 total toes to bar. Normal total amount of toes to bar that we see. Then 2 rounds of 10 rope climbs, 10 strict handstand push-ups. 1 round of chest to wall handstand push-ups, and 20 muscle ups. Good.
You know what this reminds me of?
Last year's workout.
No, the age group workout that we talked about that you were so defensive that it's a hard test that went 3 rounds of some lunging and toes to bar, 2 rounds of chest to bar and some front rack lunges. It's very similar formatting of going 3, 2, 1 with varying skills, getting more progressive in nature. I really like this test. I think that it serves the purpose of like creating bottlenecks in the rope climb because 5 is a dense enough portion that it's going to reward the most efficient. I mean, it's 5 per round.
Yeah.
I'm saying a chunk of 5 is enough to like separate some people.
Mm-hmm.
And then after doing 20 strict handstand push-ups, then making them go wall facing.
Yep.
Yeah.
This here is crucial. A lot of people still do this. Your feet can be no wider than your hands on the handstand push-up. And also you must have the hips, and then you got to finish with your head through on the handstand push-up. So just make sure like once you finish your lockout, you pull your hips through and your head comes through and your feet are no wider than your hands on the lockout. Okay. Let's see, 55 plus, they're going to use a 2-inch riser. I have that ab mat for that. That's good. We're ready to go. Toes to bar, we know 2 feet at the same time, rope climbs, any style is permitted.
Have you ever seen someone try to do a straddle toe to bar in like they will always say like feet within the hands? And then look at that demo, scroll back up. The one on the far left, like just spread eagle, like hands narrow, feet wide.
This is the common no rep.
I've seen that at a competition before.
Yeah, I hope they got no rep. So this here though, with their feet not going behind the vertical plane of the bar, man, please, people, fix that in your training. Let's see, wall facing, good, same thing. Oh, I like this. This is better demo over here. Feet outside the hands. That's what most people look like.
Paige,
you got better. Come on, jeez.
That's all right. I yell at JP. I yell at people all the time. I just scream feet every handstand push-up workout I see.
Feet. This is really good volume. I like this. This is good. Good test. Good.
Yeah.
And 15-minute time cap. Woo, buddy. You got to be flying. 10 handstand push-ups to start. You could kip them. I mean, strict is a little bit faster if you got that muscle endurance because you're going to do 50 handstand push-ups in total. So you got to know your number. Very cool because the teams had to do 50 as well. 60 toes to bar. We've been testing that many times. If you get, again, pack training, we had one that was a 40, 30, 10 toes to bar. So you ready to go. And rope climbs, like Harley said, that's a lot of density there. Good test. Pushes out efficiency. And then what do you got on that one round? It's good. I like it.
What was the final movement? It was wall facing and what?
Ring muscle ups.
Muscle ups.
Oh, ring muscle ups. Oh, okay.
Yeah, baby.
That's good.
If you get there, the best will get there. But I want to see. We'll look at age groups later.
Okay. How do you feel about this? Because I was listening to Shut Up and Scribble, and JR was discussing and arguing the point of a ring muscle up, and he was perceiving it more as a chest limitation, a pressing limitation than a pulling. So how do you feel about going from a strict handstand push-up wall facing into the ring muscle ups? Because I think that I agree. I think it's much more pressing limited when you receive low in the dip. If your turnover is sort of fading, breaking down, you've already done 10 rope climbs. Your grip might be a little shot at that point. Like
I'm about to
it's
say,
a ton of pressing.
I'm about to be on your team and say something super controversial. A ring muscle up is not a pulling movement.
Well, that's what I just said.
Right.
Yeah, that's what JR said too.
And I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. You can do a ring muscle up if you get really good at your positions and your shapes and kip the shit out of a muscle up and get through the rings and do no pulling whatsoever. If you stay long through the shoulders, you're almost doing a press because you're closing the shoulder through the kip instead of pulling this way with your bicep.
That's why when I had a bicep strain 2 weeks ago, I was able to do muscle ups perfectly fine by just not pulling my arms and popping my hips and pressing down the whole time.
Yeah.
You just press through the rings. It's easy.
Yep. People will be mad now. If you're in the chat, comment something about that.
Do you pull?
Yeah, do you
or
pull
do you press?
a muscle up?
If you say pull, we have some work to do.
Yeah, it's good. All right, last workout. Here we go. Oh, a barbell. Oh my gosh. Okay, 10 clean and jerks at weight 1, rest 1 minute. 10 clean and jerks at weight 2, rest 1 minute. 10 clean and jerks at weight 3, rest 1 minute. And max clean and jerks. Very similar to the Masters semifinals of 2022, but they did snatches. I like this. Loading. Whoo, baby. The fittest will prevail. The fittest will prevail. 85, 125, 155, 165 for women, 135, 185, 225, 245 for men. Not heavy, but you were doing grace
Before it. Yeah.
Had heavy loads. Loads.
Quick question. Now that we've seen them all, which one do you think is the most strategic or rewards the strategist the most?
I think the one that rewards the most is probably workout 3, about knowing yourself, because there's so much here.
So many different skills. Yeah.
Yeah. And like the blowing up, right? Because like the problem is most people look at this and they don't look at that and that and that. Like they're just like, oh yeah, 10 and 20. Okay, cool. It's like, no, it's 30 and 60. And then it's 20 and 10. It's the way that you got to look at it. And like the strategy of knowing yourself is going to pay off, I think, in workout 3.
Well, you go back to workout 1.
Yep.
Which is weird because they just changed it. They flip-flopped the order of 1 and 2 online.
Doesn't matter though.
They did? Wow.
You still got to
CrossFit sick. They're crushing it. Did you know that they got typos wrong of dates on the semifinals today and emails?
We're going to workout 2. This one is strategy. I could get down with this, what you're saying. I know where you're going already, but tell us.
Oh, I just wanted to discuss this one. I think that this one's probably the hardest to strategize well. I agree that you definitely have to know yourself and know sort of where your limits are. But I don't know. I think that it's really hard to strategize, even if you know yourself, because they're not necessarily compounding in nature of like specifically the same movement patterns. They're relatively complementary, but it's a challenging test. I think it's going to be very hard. I think this is definitely one that's worth redoing. Do you?
It depends on what you get in the rowing, because even though it's sustainable for like what you're going to maximally get in the 1 minute for the 4 rounds and the speed of the dumbbell step ups, that combo alone minus the snatch is pretty fatiguing.
Oh no, it's definitely fatiguing.
So like
Well,
let's say you're at the top end, right? You go 1 minute at this 85, 135. What's essentially though, this is the only caveat is like test 4 here is the same test.
Yeah.
As 2, like with the barbell, because the loading is ground to overhead. And if you know anything about Grace and then how they created Isabel, because originally Grace was 30 ground to overhead for time, and then people started snatching it. So then they created Isabel. So that's kind of the same, energy system barbell movement. So you're going to do Grace and Isabel throughout the 4 tests that you're doing. And then you're going to do whatever the calories. So let's say you're a really good rower and you're close to 30 calories a minute. You do 4 rounds, 120 calories. You could do 10 to 12. Dude, I don't even know. Maybe even because it's box step up, not over. You could probably hammer out 20 of these box step overs and be at
step ups, not overs.
Oh, sorry, step ups. But like that, you could hammer a ton and move, and that's a lot of volume.
Yeah, this is the thing about rate of travel, right? Like you said, if you're the best rower, right? But if you're going to be a really strong rower, you're probably a good snatcher, like at that lighter, moderate weight. Right. So,
Josh, how does it say you have to hold the dumbbells in the farmer's position? Keep going, Harley.
So, if you're already going to be a good rower, it means I'm going to assume you're a relatively large frame, powerful hip extension, powerful leg drive and pull, that you're probably going to do well in the snatch. So, I doubt very few people are going to actually be holding like 30 calories a minute in the row, but I think they're going to
What's an easier rep to get?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I think they're all weighted the same at the end of the day.
Similar. Yeah.
Really?
I don't know. I think that even if you went relatively smooth, like you're getting 15 to 20 snatches.
Yeah.
Like you drop singles, you can get 15 snatches. You have to push the bar back down, but like you could probably do it.
When you're fatigued, is it easier to get a calorie or a snatch?
For me, a snatch.
Well, there you go. Know yourself.
Same.
I suck on the rower. So I would sit there and I would be like, all right, I'm going to blow myself up on the barbell. I would sustain on the rower. I'd probably get like 17 calories, like nothing crazy. And then I would try my best on step ups. But yeah, I mean, this workout, I look at it and it's like, it's going to reward bigger, powerful people who are not limited by box height, not limited by time under tension on external load, and can put out power into the erg. And are aerobic enough to recover. Like I think there's a relatively large framed workout. It's going to really reward powerful people with a big aerobic base.
Yeah, it could reward smaller people too that have a huge aerobic recovery. So like not just aerobic, but your ability to recover is going to be the key. Like if you're a smaller athlete, larger athletes already have an advantage, but if they're not aerobic, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, they'll fade really bad in rounds 3 and 4.
Right. Because it's similar to the workout that you guys did with the front squats, the burpees, and then the ring muscle ups. It's like, yeah, okay, who could sustain that high intensity to get to the rings in the team workout with 1 minute left or more, and then keep that high volume turnover of the ring muscle ups? And so it's like, and then only have the 2 minutes to recover at that high speed. Similar thing here is like, can you recover through those pulling movements? And then I think they think that these dumbbell step ups are going to gas people's legs. I don't think so as much.
No.
But still could be a really high volume workout paired with workout 1 that used to be workout 2. This is going to be, trash on your legs for sure. I mean, order. Let's go. We can talk about the workouts after that. But strategy, I think it's split between workout 2 and workout 3. The like on bad style, like knowing yourself, figuring out what pace to go at, how many per minute. Same thing with this is like, where's your threshold of volume? Are you going to blow up? How do you break it? When do you break it? How long do you rest for? That one's a huge, building out that pacing plan and strategy. Whereas, this one's a little bit more grindy. Anybody could do this. It's how tough do you want to be? Keep moving and don't stop. Like just don't stop. And if you don't stop, you're going to get your best score. You can't force movement other than like the lateral burpee box jump over. But if you blow up, then you got to stop. So like it still is maximum sustainable rate of that person. It is going to trash your legs. So order, obviously we're all going to say doing 4 first, right?
I'd probably agree, unless you're a really, really strong athlete. Well, even then, you might want to hit your home run.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. if it's good for you, then you might want to hit your home run early and then sort of just navigate how you feel after that. If you are really strong, but you're really nervous about the leg fatigue that might accrue in the step ups and or the wall ball
Mhm.
and the jumps, right? Like that's a lot of compounding legs that you just talked about. If you're concerned about that more so than this, then I would probably do those first two first so that you can plan a rest day before the heavier workout, because we have so much time frame with the submission windows.
Yeah, I mean, like we were joking, but like Marissa, if she's doing these, also she qualified for quarterfinals or semifinals with these workouts, which is kind of neat. Just knowing her as an athlete, because this one's a home run. Like if it is your home run, like yeah, she'd hit this one first and try to get a top 10 in the world in that workout, and just hammer it down. And lose
In this workout,
mean-
you want to go back to strategy later? Never mind. I'll hold my thought.
We'll go back, and then so then as our coach, using that person who's not competing, right? Well, she's going to compete, but postpartum or whatever. So hammer down this workout would be good. Then I'd have her come in and do the weightlifting one, and then she'd come through and probably do 3, which is pretty good at handstand push-ups and like the pulling, and then we would finish off with number 2 for her order, and then potentially have her redo on 3 for her because of the pulling. I think a lot of people could redo this workout depending on where you get to, and like shuffling it off.
I would definitely do 3 earlier in the week, to give space between the first attempt and the second attempt, just with the pressing fatigue. Because really, like we established,
Friday
1 and 2
or Saturday, and then do it on Monday would be the way. Like if you squeak it in, because 1 and 2, pretty chill. I mean, painful, but pretty chill. Like wall balls and then fight gone bad. So where would you put it if you want to try to get 2 goes, Harley?
for the fight gone bad one?
For 3.
For 3, I would either do it first,
okay,
or I'd do it second. And so you just need some space, right? Like if you are gonna wait to do the heavy day until Monday, like say you're just gonna just save it, right? Then because you wanted to have a rest day built in, I would do this Thursday, then I would probably do it again on Saturday, and then rest Sunday, hit the heavy one on Monday. But that is if you want to only do the heavy one once.
Mm-hmm.
And I think most people could probably do that one once, unless they're come out like a dummy and try to touch and go a bunch of reps. Like I think if you just go smooth singles, you're going to get your score that you're going to get on the barbell workout. I don't think many people can game that one and like really improve a ton unless they just mess up their first attempt. So I would do this one probably Thursday and Saturday to space it out.
All right.
I think I'm going to recommend that to quite a few people.
Yeah, come in freshest with the highest volume.
Freshest, highest volume I think what's important to take away there is that the limitation and the bottleneck is shoulder endurance. And so it's one, you want to be fresh for that, but you also need to be aware of how sore that might make you. That might impact other things. And I think that the only thing that it may impact the wall ball and the pressing off the floor. It depends on how much tricep fatigue you accrue in the handstand push-ups. Yeah. But I think doing 150 burpees and 150 wall balls before it is not going to help the handstand push-ups based on how that team workout felt.
Yeah.
Wall balls into vertical pressing is a devastating combo.
So that's, I mean, something to think about. Like, so we've already gone through a bunch of different scenarios. So that goes down to our athletes and everybody listening. Of like, you need to know yourself and start breaking down these workouts. And that's why today we didn't want anyone that we coached doing a workout on Wednesday, unless you needed to because of work and scheduling. But it's to digest this and really break it down and look at like, okay, like Harley's saying, like, doing this workout first, number 3, because it is going to be the most challenging and most skill limited and most bottlenecky of all of the workouts. But will this handstand push-up fatigue workout number 1 for the wall balls and burpees, or sorry, they switched them. Workout number 2, wall balls and burpees. for the throwing and the pressing off the floor. It's like something that you got to think about. Are you a
I
strength?
think the other way would be worse. I think if you did 2 before 3, you're then you're pre-fatiguing your strict press. And I think
Yeah.
that's way worse than a leg driven press.
Mhm.
You can always worm a burpee and you can always jump a wall ball. Like,
I mean, tell that to people when they're dying on the floor. But yes,
well,
again,
if
the point
you're-
is like looking at those things and evaluating it for you with historical information of how you respond to these movements, how you respond to high volume wall balls, how you respond to high volume burpees, how you respond to limitation bottleneck stuff like pressing and pulling and toes to bar. Like if you're just a wizard on 60 toe to bar and that doesn't even make you sweat, this workout might not even be a challenge for you. The workout starts here.
I think the workout's in the last round.
Yeah. But you're also good at toe to bar and you're good at rope climbs. Like
That's not my jam.
the strict handstand push-ups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But 10 is
you can
small
chip
enough.
through those pretty
Yeah.
well because like you said in the beginning, it's the 5 rope climbs.
right, for sure. It's not about me though.
This is not easy to do for an affiliate, FYI.
That's what I was
No.
thinking.
I know.
was so
This workout
shocked
alone?
when I saw that test.
Are you joking?
We've been pitching. We had a whole
Chest to bar
discussion
pull-ups,
about
my
if we're
friends.
doing
Just-
these in class workouts.
Because you just did chest to bar pull-ups. Like what? Bar pullovers. I don't care. We have 2 ropes. Like how is a class?
Strict knees
people
to
gonna do
elbow.
this? JR's got 7. Doesn't even. Oh no. That's Fort Vancouver. 78 athletes. How are you gonna
Wow.
do that?
I think we had 61.
Yeah. How many ropes do you guys have? 2, 3?
We have 15-foot ropes. We have 4 now. We hung a couple more.
All right, that's a little bit easier, but still,
No, yeah, it's bad.
bro. We just won't
And
do
it's
it.
15 minutes. It's like,
Mhm.
I think they're like, hey, people can't do strict. Come on.
I think they're wrong.
Come on, they can. And now you just ruined my life as an affiliate owner. Anywho, we're going to do this one tomorrow in the affiliate, like Harley suggests, and we'll see what happens. And then we will do workout number 2 on Friday for the affiliate. And then we will do workout number 1 on Saturday. And then we'll do the last workout on Monday. That's what we're going to do, people, if you're on the affiliate and you're watching.
I think that's a good order.
For affiliate, yeah. GPP, people getting through it, going after it, trying to move forward themselves and figure out where they fall in the landscape of competitive fitness. I think it's good. Everyone else, I think the biggest thing is knowing yourself, figuring out your limitation there and building your structure and strategy, just like I have in Coach RX for my athletes where, let me read the questions for you guys. Except I'm on CJ's training.
I just got a positive message. This is
Oh,
the
yeah?
first positive message I've gotten.
You want
Thanks for giving me all the burpees and clean and jerks.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, good questions to ask yourself when you're structuring these. So go through workouts 1, 2, 3, and 4. Write it down on a piece of paper. If you're one of my athletes, it's in Coach RX on Wednesday as your workout. You're going to ask, where's the bottlenecks? Pacing, movement speed, equipment issues, movement standards, and uncommon standards. Know the rules inside and out. And then after that, your feelings about the workout. I think that's a good way to break down what it is, create a construct in your mind and your strategies. And then also you want to make up your order based on what you think. You got a ton of time. Workout structure, do these workouts multiple times. You can do workout 1, 2. You could do them any of these really. You have enough time on Thursday. You could do any of the workouts on Friday, but it better be 1 or 2. And then you could do any of the workouts on Saturday and make sure it's 1 or 2 or a redo of those. But like with the 4 workouts, you can get these done pretty quick.
Yeah. I think that I'm going to recommend most people to do 3 today if they're going to do 1 today, if they're doing 1 today.
I told none today. No,
I know.
None.
I
Unless
know. But some people are
Schedule
super eager, and
doesn't
so they're
allow.
going to do some today. I would say 3 and then 2 and then 1. 1 is, sorry.
3,
Which one's fight gone bad?
1. So 1. And they switched it over. It's 1 now.
Yeah. So I'd go 3, 2, 1, 4. And I would plan for, it may even be 3, 2, 1, 3, 4. Right. And then base the second retest off of whatever one they feel that they can improve the most, which in my opinion is likely that fight gone bad one, just getting a second attempt at trying to pace slightly differently based on how they feel. Because I think that some people may feel really grip limited coming off the step overs. or step up, sorry. But some people may feel a huge leg pump and like from all the pulling, or even a low back blow up. I think that one actually is probably gonna be pretty intense on the low back with all the hinging from the row snatch, and then that unilateral step up kind of messes up people's low back sometimes. So because it's going to be, I think, individual to what the first attempt is, I think a retest on that would be warranted.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyways, that's my recommendation for order. That's all I got.
Yeah, I do think it's, I like this for individual design coaches because it's going to be individual.
Oh, no way.
Especially with people who are trying to optimize their outcome and are close to, getting the top 200 in an age group, and the athletes who are trying to get to individual semifinals. These are great workouts, though. Does anybody have anything negative to say about them? Is it testing fitness? Is it going to get the right people to the stages?
I think so. I think that there's plenty of fitness to be tested. Like, I see these workouts and I'm like, if I was doing these, I'd be very nervous, because I think that it's very, very true to CrossFit methodology of metabolic conditioning first and foremost, right?
Yep.
And then you have a gymnastics bottleneck style test, which is great, because I think I do like that that's there, because it does create some continuity from last year's style of testing, which honestly I wasn't expecting to see. So that's kind of nice that it's in there. And then the
unknown and unknowable is not so unknown and not so unknowable.
Correct. I like the homage to Fight Gone Bad from a formatting standpoint. I wasn't necessarily expecting to see something like that, but in an online stage of qualification, but I still think it'll be effective in creating separation. And then that clean and jerk one, yeah, that's good enough for a strength test in my mind. It's similar to the loading that you would expect from what we saw in team quarters.
Yeah,
nothing super heavy, but definitely repeatable for the strongest, and they're gonna fly away with it,
right,
or run away with it, whatever you want to say.
Yeah, and I mean, the other thing that for people to remember is there's 3 minutes of non-working time in there, so you're actually only working for 7 minutes.
Right.
Just FYI, a little fun fact in there. Cool. And then I like that they're doing Karen. I like that they stay with Karen as like a base, and then we look at this of like they're keeping the clean and jerk, the grace breakdown. Like there's a lot, like you said, a lot of true classic CrossFit, and we talk about that a lot in training protocols and building these things out for people and using metrics of like, so it helps me as a coach solidify that we've been pushing the right things and coaching people in the right things and trying to get people to understand CrossFit as the basic old school methodology with good and more advanced and articulate training methods that aren't just like doing the CrossFit workouts all the time.
Yeah.
Love it.
I love to see there's not a max lift or even anything close to it, because I think that I've been saying for at least 2 years now that the sport no longer cares. At least this stage of the sport doesn't care about 1 rep max strength.
Well, everyone's proved that this is kind of the threshold of snatch, clean, and jerk. Right. And they've tested it enough times since 2017, like at the games, at regionals, that the numbers aren't moving very far forward. And even Andrew Hiller put it out comparing the strength metrics to 2014 and where they are now. And it wasn't that much different. And it's like, okay. And that's a byproduct of the fact that we got to do so many different things. We have to be in more enduring and more gymnastics, and it chips away at our absolute strength in training protocols. And you get these concurrent training effects that like you can't overcome. You can't, not unless you're genetically inclined to be super fucking strong. You can't be ultra strong and ultra enduring. Like it just doesn't happen. As much as people like to think, when you look at the numbers, you don't see someone snatching 300 and running a 2:15 marathon. Mm-hmm. It's just not, but they can still run like a 2:45 marathon and snatch 300. Like that's possible. It'd be hard. All right. Let's see what Josh Foley has to say. Todd, what did you say? Oh, that's not Josh Foley, but what did you say this Renata, the gym order would be? We're going to do number 3 tomorrow, and have all hell break loose with the rope climbs. Then we're going to do number 2, the burpee box jump overs and wall balls. And then we're going to do number 1, which is the Fight Gone Bad style on Saturday. And then on Monday, we'll do the lifting and give you guys a rest day on Sunday, like Harley suggested, going in, having a rest day in between. That way you're not affected by it. And I think that order is good enough that you won't have a huge compounding effect. The only thing that might hurt you a little bit is the burpee box jump overs and the wall balls into the dumbbell step ups. But because it's at 20 inches, it's not a full, for most people, I understand shorter individuals, but it's not a whole full hip knee flexion. So you should be okay there doing those dumbbell step ups. And the fact that's only 4 minutes of dumbbell step ups, how many reps you really going to get?
Will you reiterate that? It's 20 inches for men too in the step ups?
Yes, that's what it's
Ooh.
20. That's sorry, wrong workout. Go to number 1. Here we are. 20 inches for
I
everyone.
retract my statement about big people. I retract my statement about big people. I
Did
think
not
this
see that.
could be a powerful little person workout.
Yep.
And this is why I'm in charge of everyone.
Shush. Shut your mouth.
Did y'all also see I was looking at the standards again for the lateral burpee box jump over. It's not a strict lateral orientation.
Right.
Did you see that? Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to do technically a lateral.
No, but it's faster if you do.
Yes,
just have
it
it
is
What does that
faster.
mean?
2 feet.
It's
It
also
means that you
faster
don't
if you don't squat below parallel.
Yeah, but that's against the rules. Whereas this is come on, bro. Actively breaking the rule.
Oh my god.
Is reading the standards. Anyways. Yeah,
Let
you
me
don't
look
have to
at
be
this.
perfectly parallel to the box.
Yeah, no, you can
But
face it if you
But
want.
it's faster to be parallel to the box.
Yes.
All right. Josh Foley says the wall balls and burpees is a perfect sweat day. My favorite.
Yes, it is.
He's
Yeah,
talking about
Orange Theory CrossFit.
sweat day is on
Mhm.
Thursdays for our gym. So
Oh.
he's referring to that.
I thought he was making fun of like sweating. Like, oh, I just want to get a good sweat in.
Well, I mean, that's what we do on Thursdays, and this is perfect. Just run it, dude.
I like this comment. He's not wrong. This ready for the banger?
Oh yeah,
If you want to make semifinals, these are gonna hurt so bad.
that's why I don't want to do them.
Any more comments? We got 16 watchers. This is the most watched
Dude, hyped.
live
are.
that we have ever put up.
It's because everyone's nervous about tomorrow. They got to get all the hot
Comment-
tips.
comment something. Give me something. We got more.
Are you doing it with the affiliate, Todd? Like in that order that you mentioned above?
Yes. Yep. 3, 2, 1,
And 4.
4. 3 on Thursday, 2 on Friday, 1 on Saturday. Submit your scores before 8 p.m. Eastern on Saturday for workouts 1 and 2. And then workout 4 on Friday. And also submit your scores for workouts 3 and 4 before 8 p.m. Eastern. If you don't submit your score, you're going to get 0. And there's nothing I can do about it. That's CrossFit.
So I just had an example of why you would flip flop the order of 1 and 2 after 3, if you care.
Okay. For affiliates or for.
For a master's athlete.
All right. Go ahead.
A very specific anecdote was that this
I'm going
master's
to argue about affiliates. No.
no affiliation arguments. So this master's athlete has chronic knee discomfort, especially after high volumes bounding and squatting. So that workout we know is going to leave her pretty tender, and we want to plan for a rest day immediately after that. So we're actually going to go 3, 1, then 2, just because she's not as concerned about the step ups, but she is concerned about 150 wall balls and 150 jumps. So that if you are someone who is going to be beat up, from doing that much squatting volume or that much hinging volume in workout 1, let your individual sort of limitations and irritations guide you to make good choices of your order. And if you have a coach, relay that to them, have a conversation about it. Don't just be like, I'll do what you say and then die.
I got to sneeze. Someone say something.
Bless you.
Ooh,
I
thanks.
said something.
All right. Any comments? Any questions from the chat? We got it. We're live. These are fun, man. This is simple.
Do you want to quickly
comments.
touch on anything for people about like their judges and needing a registered judge versus not needing a registered judge versus who needs to film and who doesn't need to film? Do you want to talk about that for anyone? Is there any questions for anyone about that? I feel like I get that question. Should I judge or do I need a registered judge? Do I
Here's
need
the
to
thing.
film?
If you are putting your score on the leaderboard, you need to have someone Now, CrossFit's
Right.
made it that this year they do not have to be a registered judge, but last year they did. But you need to have someone counting your repetitions and watching your movement standards to make a fair and clear competition for all of those individuals putting their score on the leaderboard worldwide. If you do not, man, you are a real piece of poo-poo.
Even
Okay.
if you're the person that says, I'm just doing it for fun,
No.
you still need a judge.
You are putting your name up against other people who also need to be doing this, and you can only look out for yourself, and really hold yourself accountable to the standard and the fairness of play. So make sure that you guys have a person. It'd be great if they're a registered judge, but a human being counting your repetitions and holding you to the standard on the PDFs. If you plan on moving on, video your workouts, every single workout, upload them unlisted to YouTube. Do not have them listed unless you want the whole world watching you. And have a registered judge, because if you do not, and you're planning on going into the top 200 in age groups and CrossFit comes knocking, you will be disqualified. So do not do that. If you are planning on making a semifinals, make sure you have a good team of people who are making sure that all of the measurements, the camera setup, the judge is registered, and you got a good coach, because it would be heartbreaking if you found yourself in a qualifying position and you got an email from CrossFit that said you're valid or your video is invalid. Don't do that. That'd be the worst way to go out.
Yeah.
But for everyone else, hold yourself to standard, have integrity, and have a good time. Let's see this question from Josh. Josh, you are on it, man. I love all the questions. Thank you. How much you want to bet Deshaun is doing number 3 right now? That's a question for Harley.
I doubt it, because his shoulder probably hurts, his wrist
He's on
probably
the live.
hurts.
He's on the live. Deshaun, clap back. Come
Clap
on.
back, talk shit. Let's go.
Yeah, somebody. All right. Well, 21 people watching. Hopefully that was informative. I'm getting even more hyped thinking about these workouts, man.
All right, I gotta go start writing people's warm-ups, notes. I have to call another athlete. It's
Yep.
rolling now. It's that time. So,
Okay. See you later, Harley.
all right, adios.
Heather's going to get to it
Later.
too. Get to it.
Yeah, I got to coach in 20 minutes.
All right. Well, man, it's like when you've opened all your presents and all the wrappings everywhere, and you're like, all right,
This is it.
this is it, guys.
I'm actually pretty excited for them. I think they're
Wow.
going to be fun.
They're great workouts. I
Yeah.
like them a lot.
Yep. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Knowing me, I'm probably going to do the burpee box jump one
I
first.
really don't. Harley's gone now, but I really don't want to do number 1. I think like only because
the
if I,
fight gone bad?
yeah, I know how much
Yeah, it's going to hurt.
suffering you can go through, and it's how bad you want it. Like
Yeah,
it's open ended.
those snatches are really going to hurt.
Well, and it's one of those workouts where it's like every single rep is going to count. So it's like when
Mhm.
you don't want to go, like you need to tell yourself that like, I got to
rep
do
is
one
gonna
more. I got to
suck.
do one more.
Everybody out there is getting one more.
Go
Yeah,
one more.
There's no like stopping if
Hashtag.
you can help it.
No, yeah.
Fighting ghosts.
Ugh.
All right, cool.
Butterflies.
I mean, you're so low on the leaderboard, it doesn't really matter, dude.
Whoa, hey. Golly. Want to still do my best, Todd. Damn.
What are you nervous about? That
Make
you're-
sure I do my
Hey,
best. I don't want to
Hey,
be. I don't
Coach
want to
Coach
be a
Marissa
little
was
bitch to
watching
myself.
his Echo Bike sprints today, and she
I'm
was
just-
very impressed with your heart rate graph. So
I'm
you
just-
are fit.
Dude, those hurt so
Where's
bad.
Coach Marissa?
I saw
No,
hard effort, and I'm like, okay, hard effort.
I
And
know.
did.
She
And it
was
hurt
very
really bad.
impressed.
I'm just kidding. It's okay to be nervous. Everyone should be nervous about it because you want
I
to do your
care.
best. That's why
I
you're
want to do my best. I don't want to bitch out.
All right.
To say the least.
Yeah,
So,
we like that. We like that.
I just wanted to make a funny joke. All right.
you made me laugh.
Cool, guys. Individual athletes, make sure you text your coach. You fill out Coach RX and chill out. Sit back, relax, figure out your limitations, figure out your order, take a big, deep breath, and then ask yourself how you're going to go hard. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe. We're not cool enough to take donations yet. We're still looking for sponsors of this podcast. State Farm, any type of sponsor, realistically.
Jake.
Anything.
State Farm.
Oh,
Flo.
the Sevon
Oh.
podcast is sponsored by State Farm.
Are
I mean,
they?
we're not Sevon. Let's be real. Yes,
Like State Farm
yes,
Insurance?
yes.
What if everybody who wanted to go to CrossFit Games was like, I'm not a CrossFit Games athlete? Then they're not going to get there. All right. We got to put it out there into the world. I'll take Progressive.
Take Progressive.
Yeah, whatever. You're still listening to this. We need sponsors.
Geico. You're
Come on,
Geico.
Flo. If you
All
hear
right,
me.
guys. See ya.